LeBron James has accomplished a lot during his 20-plus year NBA career. What if it was Victor Wembanyama instead? To find out, I put him in LeBron's place, starting off in the 2003-04 season, where he'll be starting off his first stint as a Cavalier, where despite concerns about his skinny frame, he'd still be the NBA's best rookie by far, averaging a double-double, bringing a skill set unheard of for this era. A skill set that'll be constantly tested over the next 20 years in multiple jerseys. However, if we focus on the early portion of his career, the question is if he can win a title with what some say is a questionable roster. Even though Wemby would lead this team to a miraculous Eastern Conference Finals run, they would be getting swept at the hands of the Detroit Pistons. He would have no choice but to learn from that loss in the 2005 season. With so much hype, he has to keep improving. And for the regular season, that would actually be the case, going up in every single stat, finishing third in the MVP race and second in the Defensive Player of the Year voting. However, in the postseason, the Cavs as a team would actually be going backwards, losing in the first round to the Boston Celtics.
Grade his performance, or overall grade in Game 6. What is it, Skip?
He did have a triple-double, including 19 rebounds. So I'm going to give him a D-, and that's D as in dog minus.
That is a break. I thought.
So as such, Wemby would have to give it another try in year number 3, the 2006 season, where the Cavs wouldn't be adding much to their roster. But with a more developed skill set and frame, Wemby would get 1/4 of the way to LeBron's League MVP awards, his first, as well as do what LeBron hasn't, winning the Defensive Player of the Year, averaging stats that would be crazy in any era. 27 points, 13 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 1.6 steals. We might be looking at the best player in the league. And now that he's conquered the regular season, his next task is to break through to the finals, and at the very least he'd make it out the first 2 rounds for a battle with the Philadelphia 76ers led by Allen Iverson in the Eastern Conference Finals. And as far as the star duel goes, it would be Wemby individually winning, scoring over 30 throughout the entire series. But there wouldn't be many of those 30 and 40 balls, and despite easily his best season yet, Wemby would be swept for the second time in 3 years. The 76ers would be going to the finals and eventually winning it all later on. Second sweep in the Eastern Conference Finals, Iverson this time, the MVP season, basically got spoiled. So here we are, the 2007 season, and if it's any consolation, this was the year where LeBron made it to his first finals, so you gotta think that with Wemby winning his second straight MVP, as well as second straight Defensive Player of the Year award, he should, more or less, had the chance to do the same. Well, actually, come June, that would be the case, as he would break through the Eastern Conference side of the playoff bracket for the first time, and he would be going to the finals. Keep in mind, however, that history has and will continue to change going forward, so the opponent wouldn't be the San Antonio Spurs, instead it would be the Houston Rockets, featuring Yao Ming and Tracy McGrady. And that might have worked in favor for Wemby, as he would be the best of the 3 stars, leading the Cavs to a 3-2 series lead. But in Game 6 back in Houston, the script would flip. The Rockets duo would protect their home court, with Yao and T-Mac combining to outshine the 7-5 Wembanyama, sending the series to Game 7, which wouldn't go so well for the Cavaliers. With Tracy McGrady on one end, over to McGrady, gonna have to take a tough shot into Wemby's chest, and the foul. And Yao Ming on the other end, it's not looking too good right now. Pavlovich over to Wembanyama, he's gonna drive in, blocked by Yao Ming. The Houston Rockets would eventually be winning Game 7, defeating Wemby on his home court. Just like LeBron, he's lost to a Texas team in the NBA Finals in the 2007 season, and despite winning a few more MVPs and Defensive Player of the Years, the rest of his postseason runs for the next few years in his first stint in Cleveland wouldn't go so well either. Very successful individually, but just like LeBron, wasn't able to bring a title to the land. So as the story goes for the 2011 season, he would be going to Miami to form 1/3 of the Heat's dynamic trio. And while he's been dormant in terms of championships in the past few years, we're looking at easily the NBA's best player. And this fantastic team from real life would be improved to historic levels with Wemby leading the way, as he'd be winning another pair of MVPs and DPOY awards, as well as leading the Heat to a 72-win campaign, predictably leading this Heat team all the way to the NBA Finals. But despite this legendary season, there's no guarantee they're winning it all now, facing Kobe's Lakers in the finals. Miami would have the advantage going up 3-2, but as we've seen in the Houston series just a few years ago, that's far from over. This Wemby-Kobe duel would be coming down to the final moments of Game 6, with the Lakers trying to force Game 7. They're setting up for Gasol to get it down low on the right block. Hop step, good defense, Wemby with the recovery. The 5-time Defensive Player of the Year with the block. The pass down to Chalmers. Layup is good, and we're all tied up with 1:46 to play. Kobe's gonna bring it up. Still guarded by Wade. Gets the screen. Has a little bit of space to take the three, but elects to drive instead. Another block by Wembanyama. A third block! Snatches it out of the air. He's on fire. Has Kobe on the switch. The pass down, and he turns it over. Tried to feed Bosch on the back door. The pass over to Kobe. He shoots it over he shoots it over Chalmers. 2-point game. Wembanyama, top of the key. Guarded by Bynum. He passed it over to Jones. 101 left. Backdoor cut. Dwayne Wade. Left-handed layup through the defense. We're all tied up again. 57 seconds left. The Lakers trying to force game 7. Miami trying to close it out in Staples Center. On the road. Wemby went for the steal, and Bynum's gonna slam it. 95-97. 47.6 left. The pass in, stolen by Steve Blake. He's gonna go coast to coast. It's a 4-point game. Absolutely horrendous pass by Chris Bosh at the worst possible time. They pass it into Chalmers. Miami down by 4. Wembanyama, hard drive to his left, the kick out. They pass it over to Chalmers again. He's gonna drive. Jones. Backing down into the paint, kicks it out. Miami scrambling. The pass over to Jones again. Chalmers. Wemby has not gotten a touch. 5 seconds left. He finally gets it. Pump fake. 3 from the left wing. It's good. 98-99. 20 seconds left. Kobe Bryant is going to the line. Miami had to foul a second time. Kobe's first free throw is going to drop, and the second to make it a 3-point game with 18.2 seconds left. To force a game 7. Kobe misses the free throw. Wembanyama with the ball. 14 seconds. Crosses half court. 10 seconds. Guarded by Bynum. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. Wembanyama. Mid-range jumper for the tie. He misses it. And that's going to do it. And something crazy would have to happen for Miami to win this one. 4-point game. It's over. Miami's going to throw it in with .8. Not even going to get a shot off. Wemby's first championship is not coming easy at all. And this series would be heading back to Miami for a final decisive game. While that may be an advantage for Wemby, the Lakers would have all the momentum, and a close game 7 would not be what Heat fans would want to see. We're gonna pass it into Wemby, 2 minutes left. Can he redeem himself for missing that game-tying shot a couple nights ago? He's gonna drive in. Right-handed layup, gets his own rebound and puts it back up. Miami takes a 2-point lead in style. Kobe's gonna walk it up. The Lakers wearing their home jerseys on the road. Hop step. Good defense by Wembanyama. Gets the rebound, and he's going to push it. The pass over to Bosch. Throws it behind to Chalmers. Wemby setting up to post up. Calling for it in the paint. Gets it. Long 2-point range. Backing down Bynum. Still backing him down. Driving right. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Goes to the left-handed layup. 2 straight buckets for Wemby. The pass over to Blake. Blake, the hero from last game. Kobe going baseline, hard foul by Wembanyama. Cuts the deficit to 2. 107 left. Could go either way. Win or go home in Miami. Chalmers with the pass down to Wembanyama. Bad defense by Bynum. 3 straight buckets. Wemby taking over down the stretch. Bryant with it. Into the paint. Blocked by Wemby. Wade's gonna push it. 1 man to beat. Kicks it out. Corner 3 ball. Missed by Chalmers. Blake's gonna push it. 37 seconds. 2-possession game. Another block. The Lakers with very little room for error. They pass it into Kobe trying to get open on the right side. It gets into Blake on the left. Steve Blake trying to be a hero again. Long 2-pointer. Rebounded by Gasol. Puts it up over Wemby. 26.7. The Lakers are going to foul Chalmers, and he's going to go to the line for the 2 most important free throws of his life. First free throw is going to drop, and the second one will not go. 3-point game. Lakers don't call a timeout. Kobe gets right past Wembanyama, takes the 2-pointer. 20 seconds left. Jones passes it into Chalmers again. First free throw is going to go in again. Will he make the second free throw this time? 19.5 seconds left. The second free throw drops. 3-point game. Lakers call a timeout. Here we go. 19.5. Will it be Kobe taking the final shot? He's calling for it. Bynum standing there. Gets it to him. Kobe's going to drive. Wemby there with the help. Blocked by Wembanyama again. Secures the loose ball. Dwayne Wade's going to the line for a chance to ice it. First free throw's good. And the second for the Flash will also go down. 5-point game. Lakers going the length of the court. Gasol to Blake. Deep three ball. No good. And the Miami Heat would be winning this title 1 year earlier than LeBron led them to in real life. The Lakers threw everything they had in order to win, but the alien was able to prevail, and he's put up a great story of perseverance. One that would set him up for the rest of his very eventful tenure as a Heat.
As the shot clock is turned off, the Miami Heat are once again NBA champions.
I sell that I bad. I see it.
It's and they finish the job.
Big lots. Ball mains. It is the thing. This little it kills.
So Wemby would be three-peating with his new team in the next couple years, while also having plenty of regular season awards. And while in 2014 the Heat would lose in the conference finals to the Chicago Bulls, Wemby is way farther ahead than LeBron was at this point in time, with a decade plus and 2 more teams left to go, his next being the Cleveland Cavaliers. However, while we're familiar with certain parts of what was LeBron's story, Kyrie, Kevin Love, and the Warriors, the 2015 season would play out much differently than real life. In Wemby's first year as a Cav, he'd make it all the way to the finals to challenge Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook instead of the Splash Bros. So OKC's duo would get the better of the Cavs' big three. With Russell Westbrook filling up the stat sheet and Kevin Durant having a hot zone in every spot, OKC would win the next 4 straight. The circumstances were different, but Wemby's drawing another parallel to LeBron, taking a finals loss in this season at the hands of a different opponent. And the 2016 season wouldn't be any better, and that would be both for the Cavs and the Warriors, with the finals being a completely different matchup, crowning a brand new champion. However, in 2017, both teams would get their chance, meeting up in the finals for the first time in this era. And it would be a very different set of circumstances, as in this first matchup, the Warriors would be in year 1 of their recent Kevin Durant addition. But in the end, the final result for this season would be the same as real life. Despite Wemby winning another MVP and another Defensive Player of the Year, the Warriors would be winning the championship, proving to be too much in any universe, raising the trophy in Cleveland of all places. So now that leaves Wemby with 2018, where he'd be surrounded by a very different Cavalier roster. No longer does he have Kyrie by his side, and he would have to go into the finals again to face the Warriors without him. With that said though, he would be coming off another MVP and DPOY season, and the Cavs would have the NBA's best record by a couple games. The most stacked offense ever, up against the one-man army. For the first game, Wemby would beat the odds, leading the Cavaliers to a win. But immediately after, that would be followed up by 2 Golden State wins, reclaiming the momentum, where all of a sudden Wemby would be staring down his 3rd finals loss. However, in what may be his best season, at the age of 34, he would come back and win 2 more to go up 3-2, leading us into overtime of Game 6, where the greatest defender ever would now have to get 1 more stop to pull off a 1 in a million championship. Golden State not short on offense by any means. Curry's calling for it. A huge crowd on the right side. They get it to Steph. 25.4. Gonna get the screen from McGee. He's gonna shoot a 3-pointer and tie it up. Very predictable. Rodney Hood on the inbound, and he passed it over to Clarkson. 12 seconds. Wemby standing on the right side. He's gonna set up to post up. Gets it on the block. Shimmy. Fade. It's good. 2-point lead. Steph Curry. And just barely, Wemby would be pulling off an all-time upset, defeating this Warriors team for his 4th championship, and first as a member of the Cavs delivering on LeBron's promise to the franchise. There's a ton of layers as to why this is so impressive, and going into 2019, Wemby would have some serious momentum. However, that momentum would mean nothing in the grand scheme of things, as Wemby's LA tenure would not be a successful one by any means. He and Anthony Davis would never make it to a finals. 6 years would pretty much be wasted, and that would set the Lakers up for 2025, where they would be pairing up Wemby with Luka, in hopes of catching one last title before Wemby's retirement. But that window would very quickly get slimmer and slimmer, as in the 2025 playoffs, despite going up 2-0, the Lakers would lose 4 straight to the Thunder in the conference finals. Coincidentally, 10 years after Wemby lost to Durant and Westbrook. So for all the marbles, here's 2026. The Lakers would make some moves around the edges, but it really comes down to Luka, Reeves, and Wemby. who's now 41 years old, stamped as a sidekick, and now averaging stats that are the lowest since his rookie year. However, it's not all bad, as in the conference finals, they would be playing OKC for a second straight year, and there would be some wildly different results. The Lakers are one win away from getting their revenge from last year on OKC. If they finish the job, they'll be playing the Knicks in the finals. And that's exactly how it would play out. The Lakers would walk away with an easy blowout win to advance to the finals for a battle with the New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson would be facing up against his former Dallas teammate, and Wemby would have his hands full with Karl-Anthony Towns during their big man duel. And for the moment, the Lakers wouldn't have an answer for those two in Game 1, as the Knicks would be starting off the series with the first win. However, in Game 2, LA would steal a road win, followed up by Game 3 back in Los Angeles to take the lead. But Game 4 would be a turning point, as the Knicks would tie up the series again, which now leads the two teams towards Game 5, which would be extremely close in the final few moments. Lakers down by 2, Game 5, series all tied up, Madison Square Garden. Wemby doing a lot of dribbling, he passes out to Hachimura. The handoff to Luka, mismatch with Brunson on him, steps it back, 8 seconds on the shot clock, driving left, good defense by the Knicks. They send a double team, Ayton with the floater, no good, gets his own rebound, back out to Reeves, wide open, didn't take it, 2:24 left. The re-screen, Luka's gonna pull it with 3 seconds on the shot clock, goes in and out and back in. The Lakers take the lead with 2:10 remaining. Robinson with Brunson on the back door, he doesn't find him. Bridges with a pass over to Brunson on the right wing. His three-pointer's good. A response by New York. They take a 2-point lead. Game 5, NBA Finals 2026. Wemby's cutting to the basket. Luka finds him down low, and Wemby makes the layup over Towns. Wemby, even at his advanced stage, still with that size advantage. Brunson with the screen. He's going to take a pull-up 3 from that same spot. He made one earlier, this time no good. And Hachimura's going to push it on the break. He gets right past Anunoby, reverse layup with the left. Lakers by 2. Less than 90 seconds remaining. The New York Knicks, the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Mikal Bridges with the lob to Mitchell Robinson. And we're all tied up with 1:21 left. Luka's gonna walk it up. They pass it down to Wemby in the post. No double team. 41 years old, pump fake. Good defense by Towns. Back out to Luka. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Spin move. Into the paint. Mitchell Robinson coming with the help. Luka in a crowd of 3. The pass out to Ayton. Ayton misses the three-pointer. DeAndre Ayton misses the shot. Brunson's going to pass it down to Towns, and he's fouled by Wembanyama. Towns made the first free throw, 80-something% shooter. The second one goes down, and New York is up by 2, 48.8. Hachimura on the inbound. They pass it into Wemby, almost stolen by Bridges. They pass it over to Ayton on the wing. Looks like they're going to post up Wemby again. Going right at Towns, backing him down. 41 years old, it's blocked. Rebounded by New York, up by 2, 31 seconds. Anunoby with the short pull-up 2. It's a 4-point game. Towns with the defense, Anunoby with the offense. And the Lakers desperately need a bucket to avoid going down 3-2. It's almost stolen. Luka into the paint, blocked by Towns, but a foul. Luka's first free throw, 70-something%. Good, depending on if he makes or misses this one. The Lakers don't have to foul. 2-point game, 4.4 difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Will the Lakers play it straight up, or will they foul? 15 seconds. Brunson at the top of the key. Robinson to his right. Bridges coming over to the right wing. It's poked loose by Luka. Good defense. The pass over to Towns, wide open. No good. No more timeouts for the Lakers. Luka from full court, and that's going to do it. The Knicks barely make it out alive. In game number 5, they're up 3-2 in the series. And this series would be heading back to Los Angeles for game 6, where the Lakers would be trying to force 7. However, even though the game would stay close, Wemby and Luka would not be in the best of situations, still fighting to keep the series alive in the end. Not an ideal situation for the Lakers right now. 2:33 left. Brunson's at the line for 2 free throws. New York has a 1-point lead. Now it's 2. And this could be the season. Second free throw drops. It's a 3-point game. 41-year-old Victor Wembanyama looking for his 5th championship. With the pass over to Luka. Into the paint. Pushes Brunson right out the way. It's a 1-point game. Just above 2 minutes left. Here we go with Brunson. Guarded by his former Mavs teammate. They throw a wild pass into the paint. Towns with the turnover. And then Rui with the charge. A very Very weird sequence of events. Here we go, New York on the other end though. And Brunson turns it over immediately. Reeves going coast to coast. Another deflection. Both teams playing sloppy basketball. Hurts the Lakers the most with the series on the line. Anunoby with the dunk slapping the backboard. The Lakers are down by 3. Luka with the behind the back. Launches a deep 3. No good. Panic mode for the Lakers. Brunson into the paint. Slipping away for Los Angeles. 90 seconds left. The lob to Wemby. Gets them right back on track. 90 seconds left in this game. 3-point deficit for the Lakers. Can they force game 7? Send it back to New York. Brunson with the 14-footer. Makes it a 5-point game. Calms the storm for the Knicks. Their closer on the brink of potentially their first championship in over 50 years. Luka with the spin move into the paint. Going for the 2-pointer. His layup is up and it's in. 1:09 remaining. Brunson's going to walk it up. Will he take another shot after making his last? The half spin. Driving to his right. Into the paint. Good defense by Luka. It's rebounded by Ayton. Reeves pushing it. He's going to take a 13-footer. His 2-point jumper's good. Lakers getting back into it 2 points at a time. 44 seconds left. Brunson, hard drive into the paint. Blocked by Wembanyama. Picked up by Anunoby. The pass out to Towns. His 3-pointer's good. Victor Wembanyama, suffering from success, gets what could have been a game-saving block. A season-saving block. And it falls into the hands of New York. 4-point game. 36 seconds. Los Angeles got to be thinking about a 3 right here. Reeves is going to pull it. No good. Picked up by Anunoby. And he's going to go to the line. New York in the bonus. First free throw is good. And the second for Anunoby, acquired a couple years ago. Seen as one of the final pieces for this New York team. Makes it a 6-point game. The back end to Wemby's career. His Lakers tenure not looking too good. Still with 0 championships and down by 6. It's an upward battle. Into the paint, Luka going for the 2. Los Angeles going to need some missed free throws from New York though. Brunson, first free throw in, and the second will also go down. Still a 6-point deficit. The Lakers with no more timeouts. In both games 6 and 7. Some questionable ability to close it out. Luka with another 2-pointer. They had to get a steal. They had to get some missed free throws. Brunson made the first. The second one is good. And barring some kind of miracle, the New York Knicks will be winning the 2026 championship. Victor Wembanyama will be going without a championship in his Lakers tenure. The Lakers not even going to foul after that bucket. And the New York Knicks are the 2026 NBA champions. And that means that Wemby's going empty-handed in his LA tenure. It's very ironic that his first title with the Heat was at the expense of the Lakers. Now that he's a member of the team, it did not work out, even with Luka. However, even though the ending was rough and we've hit our 2026 cutoff, that doesn't mean he didn't have a great career. 4 titles, as well as a 3-peat, along with the record for MVPs and DPOIs by a long shot. And all things considered, his trip in LeBron's place was a success. But what if we did another swap? Giannis in Shaq's career, playing with Kobe Bryant. Would he win more titles than Shaq? Click right here to find out.